What up everybody, it's Sinny, and this is Sinnycool Gaming, and today we're playing Gems of War for PS4, and I wanted to show you a treasure map and how to get the 2 Volt achievement. I forget what it's called, I'll put it in the description, but it's the 2 Volt achievement that it's pretty hard to get. But you have to go into a treasure map, and you have to get 2 vaults to get this achievement, which means you have to match 3 reds to get 1 vault, and then you gotta match 3 more reds to get another vault. So I wanted to give some tips on how to do this, considering it's pretty boring just to watch somebody do a treasure map. I figured this would be my first video where I had commentary and post using SHAREfactory. So I'm trying that out. Hopefully there's not too much noise in the background. If there is, I won't even put it out, so whatever. Anyway, so tips. Number 1 priority for treasure maps is to match 5 or more, no matter what it is. You want to match 5 or more. So that's your number 1 priority, finding 5s, because anything 5, 6, 7, anything above 4 will give you an extra turn, so you're prioritizing getting more turns. That's your number 1 priority. So, and if say you have 2 match 5s, and you know there's 2 of them, always do the one that's way up top first. Whatever one's higher, do that first, and that way you still have the other one down low. You can get 2 extra turns. Because if you do the one down low first, you might fuck up the one up high, and then you won't have 2 anymore. You just have 1. So anyway, after matching 5, your next priority is to create match 5s. So the way treasure maps work is when you match something, whatever spot you matched it in, it's going to create the next most valuable gem, or whatever you're going to call it. So if you match 3 golds, you're going to get a bag in the spot where you matched them. So it's different. Like in regular gems, if you do that, it disappears and it falls. It doesn't create something new. It gets rid of the things you matched. But in treasure map, it creates the higher rank gem, or whatever you want to call it, treasure, reward, and puts it in that spot, so it doesn't disappear and fall. It just replaces it, and everything else falls or disappears, but the one spot where you matched it, it creates. So with that in mind, once you get used to it, you can figure out ways to make match 5s or match 4s using that. So that's what you want to do. Second priority would be trying to make match 5s by matching other actually, I'm gonna take that back. I'd say match 4s are probably your second priority, because you don't want to fuck them up trying to make a match 5. So match 4s are probably your second priority, and you always want to do the higher one first, and then the lower one second if you have multiples. If you do the lower one, you might fuck up the higher one. And then I'd say third priority is to try to create match 5s, like I was saying. So if you can do that, find a way to do that by, matching 3. Somehow, the spot where you match those 3, it creates the next one up that you need to make a match 5. Somehow they fall the right way to create a match 5. It happens, and you gotta look for it. On a treasure map, you're either all in, or you're just trying to get it done. So either you're anticipating what's gonna happen on the board and you're taking your time, or you're just matching, trying to get done and do it fast as possible just to get your resources. And both ways are viable in my opinion. If you need glory, that's about the only thing this is good for, in my opinion, is to get glory, to buy glory packs or the reward packs for your trait stones. And even now that the Soul Forge is out, it's not even that big of a deal. You can you can get them other ways. Like it used to be, you would save up your glory, and you would do treasure maps and shit to get more glory, and you would get your PvP rank all the way to 1 to get more glory. And that's how you would get your higher rank trait stones, and you would have to wait around for the right week to get the right trait stone to get that last trait for that fucking whatever, dragon soul or whatever, bone dragon, whatever. But now that there's Soul Forge, you can kind of craft whatever you want as long as you have enough souls and the smaller you know, crafting materials. But anyway, so first, number 1's matching 5, and then matching the higher 5s first, and then the lower 5s, that way you get them all. Number 2 is matching 4s. 4s don't get you an extra turn, but you don't lose a turn either. So you kind of break even, except for but you create a higher rank reward while not losing a turn. So that's good. And then thirdly, you want to create match 5s, which is not easy, and it's hard to do, but number 4 would be creating match 4s, which is easier to do, and it's probably what you'll be working on most of the time, is creating match 4s, that way you don't lose turns. And then after that, if there's no match 4s, and there's no match 5s, and there's no way to get an extra turn, the thing you want to do is head to the bottom of the board and match the crappiest reward you can. Copper. There's copper down in the bottom 3 rows, match that shit, get it out of the way. You don't want that crap at the bottom. It's hard to get stuff to the bottom. You don't need coppers at the bottom. That's like the death knell for some boards. So match those coppers on the bottom. If you have nothing else to do, you can't see shit, there's nothing else to do, match those coppers on the bottom, get them out of the way. And hopefully something happens at the top when you do that. And if you don't have any coppers down there in the bottom 3 rows or so, match a silver down there. If you don't have silver in the bottom 3 rows, match gold. If you don't have gold, match bags. But that's about as high as I would go, because you want chests on the board, the boxes, because they have a good chance at glory, if that's what you're going for, because most of the time you're not going to get 2 volts. So you usually have something in mind, like, hey, I'm going for glory, hey, I'm going for glory keys, hey, I'm going for gems. So whatever reward you want, find that first, like for boxes, that's the first time you can get glory, is by getting boxes. So if I'm going for glory, I want as many of those boxes on the board as possible. As many boxes and up as possible. So you don't really want to match boxes if you want glory. You want to leave them on the board. But if you're straight up going for the vaults, then you can match them, especially if they're extra turn boxes. I would match those probably. So yeah, basically that's what you do. And you gotta get lucky. Really, that's number 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 on the priority list, is just getting lucky and praying to RNGesus, because it you know, you could do everything right and still have a 50 turn. Still only get 50 turns in, you know? But that's what I do. I look for match 5s. Like right there, see that? I made a cascade, and I got an extra turn off that. So you're trying to create cascades. And I know it's not super exciting to watch, because I'm like mostly thinking and looking at stuff here instead of doing action. That's why I'm trying to add in the commentary. So there I'm looking, what's that silver gonna do when I match it? Didn't do anything, but I didn't have anything else to do, and I'm matching I'm down low, matching a silver, like I said. There, I just created a match 5. See? So now I get an extra turn for matching the coppers there. So all that was for was to get the it was actually like a match 6, I think, but anyway, even if it wasn't, it was an extra turn. Right there I made a match 4, you see? So now I have a match 4. That way I'll still have 8 turns when I match that. And I kind of wait and see if there's another extra turn somewhere, like if the computer tells you with its hint, You know, you kind of want to wait for the hint just to double check yourself, even if you think you don't need hints. You should turn them on probably, just to give yourself a second chance, you know, and just wait for the hint. Be patient. Like right there, I got a match 5. Boom. Cascade. Now I got a match 4. Looking around, making sure there's nothing else. I don't want, if there's a higher match 4, I was gonna take that instead. There wasn't. You want all your red boxes at the bottom. You want all your green boxes at the bottom. You want all your boxes towards the middle bottom, you know? You don't want any coppers down there. You don't want any silvers down there. So I probably need to match that silver down there, but I'm finding other good stuff to do besides that. So there I go. I'm gonna match that silver. See, I hate having that crap down there. I'm already match that gold next. Any coins down low suck, man. If there's a 5 right there, I couldn't pass that up. Extra turn. But yeah, and I end up getting like 120 something turns on here, so that's not my best ever, but it's one of my best. It's probably a top 5 for me. I think the most I've ever got is like 150 maybe, 156 I think is my record, something like that, 163. But I only got 1 vault when I did that. It's hard to get 2 vaults, it really is, because you gotta get 6 red chests, and you gotta have 3 and 3, and you gotta create a vault with 3. You know, they gotta be right next to each other to where you can match them. So you gotta really think about it. Like if I make this a red box here, is it gonna be next to the other red box? And can I somehow get another red box next to those 2 red boxes? It's like you gotta think about it, because if you just create red boxes all over the place, that is fine, and you can hope they get close to each other, but you wanna think ahead and make sure you're right. See how I got them like they're only 1 space apart, so I'm kind of hoping to create some in those other spaces, because I still need 3 more. So as I go, hopefully the other 3 will fall into those gaps. Once again, you wanna match 5. Then you wanna match 4. 5 and up gets you extra turn. That's your ultimate goal, main priority. Who cares about anything else? Extra turns, especially 5 and 6 and 7. 5s are mostly what you're gonna get, and that'll get you. It'll add on to your turns. Like 4s only keep you the same, so there is a difference. Like extra turns isn't what you're going for. You're going for 5s. You're going for 6s or whatever. Mostly 5s. You know, 6s and 7s don't happen that often. But that's your priority right there. I got silver 5. Bam. Extra turn. This keeps me in the game. I got 75 turns right now. It says I got 2 turns left. Somehow I still make it to 120 something turns. Isn't that crazy? I was watching this earlier. I'm like, holy shit. I only got 2 turns left. But, you know, RNG's has kept me alive. So you don't gain a turn here. You just don't lose one. Still have 2 turns. Let's see what I'm thinking about now. I got lucky there. Silvers fell, and it gave me an extra turn. I matched 5 there. So now I have 3 turns, and I don't have any vaults yet or nothing. I'm almost done. Like I got 2 turns. If I gave up right now, I would never get my 2 vaults. But I didn't give up, so I got my 2 vaults. I got my achievement, and I was excited, man. I never thought I'd get that achievement. It's fucking hard to get 2 vaults, but if you watch this video and you take my advice, it took me like 10 tries, but I still did it. And I was really going for glory, to be honest. I wasn't trying for the achievement. My voice is going. To be honest, I wasn't specifically trying for the achievement. It was in the back of my head, and I wanted it. And I'm like, man, it'd be awesome to get, you know how it is. I was really going for glory. I was trying to keep as many boxes on the board as possible. But once I saw all those red chests at the bottom, and I was getting lucky and stuff, and my turns were going up and up and up, I was like, hell, I might as well try for a vault or 2. And eventually So yeah, yeah, I wasn't even trying to get to vaults when I was doing this. It just happened, you know. Like I said, it was in the back of my head. I wanted to do it, but I was mostly going for glory. And eventually, I had enough red chests that I thought I saw it happening, you know. So I went for it. If it looks like you have a good, you know, chance at it, go for it. So yeah, anyway, I thought this would be better with some commentary on it. I know it's not super exciting to watch a treasure map. It's not even very fun to play one, to be honest. And most of the time, you're just going to be rushing through them. Just get them done as fast as you can, match whatever. Don't even look. Don't wait for the hint. Don't care. Just go to the bottom of the board and start matching. Match everything at the bottom and head up. Head your way up. If you do it that way, let's say you have 100 plus treasure maps. Like I probably have 250. I might have 300. I got a bunch of them, so if I just rush through them and try to get them done as quick as possible, which just matching everything I see as soon as I see it, not even caring what it is, you know, if you take 250 and you times it by 4 glory, or whatever you're looking for, gems, say 3 gems times 250 treasure maps. That's 750 gems, you know? And how long does it take if you just hurry and match? Like 1 minute. It takes like maybe 2 minutes. I don't know, something like that. We'll say 2 minutes it takes if you just match them as fast as possible. And you get like 25 turns maybe. It takes like 2 minutes, so that'll be a while. I mean, if you have 250 maps, you've obviously accumulated them over a long period of time. So times that by 2 minutes, you know, 500 minutes. It's gonna take a while, but you know, that's the only way you're gonna get any value out of treasure maps. Is if you either do them super fast or you do them super slow. And this is me showing myself doing it super slow. So some of the time I'm having to think in between turns to try to create like match 5s and 4s. So I'm looking at all the possibilities of what's going to happen if okay, let's see. Right there, that's a 5. Obviously, I'm going to match that, but I'm making sure there's nothing else. And I match the 5. I go up, I look, I see there's copper all up in there. Oh, but there's 4 silver. So gotta match that. There's 5 bags. Gotta match the 5 bags, you get an extra turn. Always get your extra turn. That's the main priority, number 1. Extra turns, 5 plus. 5 plus extra turns is the number 1 priority. Number 2 is 4. Match 4 to get an extra turn, which keeps you even at least. Number 3 is creating match 5 opportunities. Number 4 is creating match 4 opportunities. Number 5 is matching copper as low as possible on the board. And then after that, matching silver as low as possible on the board. Matching gold as low as possible on the board. Bags, green chest, or boxes, green chests, and then red chests, obviously. You know the order. It says right there, so. It's a lot. It's just like looking at what's gonna happen next. It's like chess, kinda. So you just gotta see what's gonna happen if I match this. It's gonna create the next one up. It's gonna take that spot. It might fall, but it's not gonna fall as much as it would normally fall. Let's see what I do here. Well, there's 4. You gotta grab that. It was way at the top, so that's what you want. If you have 2, if there's 4s up top and there's 4 way at the bottom, you want the one at the top first. And hopefully you understand that, you know, if you take the one at the bottom, you might mess up your one at the top. So always take the ones at the top first. Make your way down to the bottom. And just have patience and wait for the hint. Like there's match 4 gold up there. But I'm waiting, making sure there's nothing else, and then I match it. Gives me a little cascade that helps out too. You know, and that's what I'm talking about with RNG. Like, sometimes when you match stuff, you'll get a crazy cascade, and I think you can only gain like 1 turn per match. Like, even if you get multiples of match 5s, I think it only gives you 1 no matter what. So, you know, it almost doesn't matter what happens after you get a match 5, you just want the match 5 to get your extra turn, and that's what matters. But yeah, I think you only get 1 extra turn per match, so there I matched 4 bags just to keep myself where I was. I already got the 2 vaults. Once you get 1 vault, you're like, I really gotta go for 2 vaults now, you know? Especially if you have more than 5 turns left. Because once you get down to around 5 turns, you start thinking about the end, you know? Which, that's exactly, you know, I had 2 turns, and I made it back up to like 8 turns, and then I got 2 vaults, all after I got down to only 2 turns left. So don't give up once you get down to like 2 turns, because you can turn it around and bring it back up to like 10 turns if you want to. If you get lucky enough and it's on, and, you know, RNG is on your side and cascades happen and you get extra turns from them, and you can go from 2 turns to 10 turns, and then you're right back in the game, you know. So anyway, I'll just let the rest of this play out. I just wanted to, this is my first post-com, like I was saying. I'm trying to use SHAREfactory, so it might be a little rough, but and there might be some background noise because I got crazy hooligans, you know. So, but I wanted to try it out with SHAREfactory. I just downloaded it. I just figured it out. I barely know 1% of how to use it, so this is my first time recording commentary over an existing video I had already made without commentary, so it might be a little rough, and it might cut out in the middle and then sound, because I had to record twice, 2 different recordings because it's such a long video, so it might sound weird in the middle at one point, and then I might start back up. But I'm hoping this is better than nothing, because I'm explaining how to do what I did. Basically, just watch and learn. So before the video's over, let's go over it one more time. First priority, match 5. Second priority, match 4. Third priority, create match 5s. Potentials. Number 4, create match 4 potential. Number 5, match copper as low as possible on the board. Number 6, match gold as low as possible on the board. That's it. And you'll keep going after that, up and up. So that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching so much, and I'm sorry if the audio is a little rough. I'm just trying something new. I'm trying to get better, and I really appreciate everybody. Please sub, please like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.